choose our family for better, for worse, richer, for poorer. Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Najeri Skeet back again. And today we are going to be talking about past relationships. We're going to talk about how you show up in those relationships, certain patterns, and just having a self-reflection about your past relationships. I hope you have your pen, I have your paper, and let's get into the video. So when it comes to relationship, words like choice, attractions are super powerful because you need to know why you were attracted to this person. Why did you choose to be in a relationship with this person? And how does it reflect on you? Because it takes two to tango. And if you were hurt by someone, and if you see repetitive patterns in friendships, what does that say about you, right? And understanding whether it be that you are very closed off and you like with your walls up, and because of that you attract people that also have these tall walls around their hearts, and they can't be open and vulnerable, and they can't communicate to you about how they're feeling, whatever the case might be. And if that makes you comfortable, why does that make you comfortable? Or if no, you're ready to open up, you did your work, your self-work, and you're ready to open up, but that friend is not supportive, they're not giving you an environment where you can be, just because they themselves are uncomfortable with being vulnerable. So look into that, analyze any behavior traits, what attracted you to that person. And in this discussion of repetitive behavior, we also need to understand ourselves and how we show up in relationships, because you can be the villain to somebody's hero story, meaning you could be the bad guy, and you need to be accountable if you are the person that messed up that friendship, messed up that relationship. Because I think some people are unable to acknowledge their mistakes, right? And they always try to paint themselves to be victim, like they're flipping the script to feel comfortable. Because who wants to be wrong? Like, who wants to feel bad? Like, as when we were children, or when we did good, our mothers, our caretakers gave us love, but when we did bad, sometimes they will hold back that love and give us discipline. And because of that frame of mind, you might not like to feel like you're the wrong person, but you have to understand it and own up to that and see what did I do and how I can change that. And this is for myself, because in some of my relationships over time, not just romantic relationships, I realized I showed up in a way that was harmful to the person and also to myself. Because it was harmful to myself because I'm not allowing that relationship to flourish, or I'm not showing up as I'm not showing up as good as I know that I can be. Word. Next thing is red flags. Okay, red flags. This is my red flag. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like hearing the TikTok videos and the YouTube videos about red flags, but what I like to say is everyone has red flags, because no one is perfect, and they all have some incy or bigger portions of things that make them not a good partner, right? Because no one's perfect, and you have to know what red flags you can deal with. You understand? I can't just use the term red flags because it's such a popular word, red flags. But I want you to sit down and look and write down what your red flags are at this current moment, because we're gonna analyze that, and then we're gonna see how, if you hold the traits that are red flags. Please, why are these your red flags? So look at those red flags, and say, okay, why is this a reason I can't be friends, or I can't be in a romantic relationship with someone? Bear in mind, red flags are not just for relationships, like romantic relationships, they're also for friendships. So, or any type, it could be business relationships, you know. So don't just put it for relationships, like romantic relationships. So I repeat that so many times. So sit down and look at those red flags, and then I want you to do some self-work. I have some journal prompts, and then write it over again. Look at communication, look at boundaries, look at respect. When you're thinking about red flags, these are the core things. How do you want to be talked to? How do you want to be respected? Types of relationship. The first relationship that we have is family bonds. So we can't choose our family, for better for worse, richer for poorer. We can't choose our family, and because of that, it shows us what unconditional love looks like, how it feels like, what love feels like. It also shows us things like respect, and we talked about this in the other video when it comes to attachment styles and all of that information. But looking at your relationship with your primary caretakers, with your cousins, with your siblings, it gives you a lot of insight on you, and just if there's any patterns you will find in your friendships. Let's go into friendships. Friendships is our first relationship we have outside of our family, and in the friendships that we have, we get them from shared interests, because you're in church, because you're like hiking, if we went to the same school together, and it shows you loyalty, trust, friendship, and it also shows you how you communicate. So look into your another relationship is romantic relationship, and in this type of relationship, it also shows you your childhood, any childhood wounds that you have, or the dynamic that you witnessed as a child also affects this relationship, this type of relationship. And it shows you your emotional health, how you deal with conflict, your intimacy, how you feel or how you act in intimacy, and being vulnerable and communicating, and even shows you how you redefined love if you made that conscious effort to like change the way you were raised when it comes to love and trust and communication. So it shows you how you redefined it if you had done that. So another type of relationship is mentorship. Who do you seek for guidance? Who do you go for advice? How does that person help you? And so these are the type of relationships that I need you to sit down and write in your journal, and just jot any points or anything that you experienced from those types of relationships and how it affected you now. Don't worry, in the description box we will have all the journal prompts, so it's a more organized format to look at it. And the activity for this video is I want you to write a timeline. It can be a physical timeline, or if you can't quite remember, you can do any significant relationships that happen in your life. Write down dates, and then write how it impacted you, what type of friendship or relationship it was, and you can go into that. Don't worry, in the description box we have this nicely worked out, organized and perfect. So just look in the comment section and you'll get more on this activity. So we reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we have concluded the past. This is the last video in the past, guys. Oh my gosh, now we are on the present. So we talked about, let me see if I can remember all the topics that we talked about. Okay, so we talked about forgiveness, talked about mistakes, we've talked about pivotal moments that happen in life, so like influential life events, and we talked about the past. I think that's all we talked about. If you remember or you know them, just write it down in the comment section. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we are on to self-discovery. I hope you enjoyed this series so far, and let's get to the next video. Okay, bye. Comment, like, subscribe. Bye.